Hi everyone, Coach Paul here. Okay, we're now going to talk about our defending shape in the attacking half. So we start out here where we have been on the attack and maybe we've lost the ball here. And now we have to shift into defending positions. So the first thing you need to know about this is that for at least 6 seconds after receiving the ball, we have a chance to press hard and win the ball back. So the 6 second rule is something you'll hear me talk about a lot. It's been proven out in teams and is generally well known now that a hard press or a high press within the first 3 or 4 seconds, you're pretty good chances of winning the ball back. Of course, the key here is we don't want them to get the ball back out to our side. We want to hold them into this side. So the idea of a quick transition from attacking to defending is very important. So let's say, for instance, the 4 clears the ball out and it's over here. We're quickly going to, and the 8's picked it up. Now that 8's going to pick up their head and look for advancing players who can take the ball. There might be a check in here. There might be a run here. Okay, there might be a move to the outside here to get some width. Okay, so they're going to start to open up. We quickly have to adjust accordingly. So basically, everybody has to be responsible for their shadow position on the other team if we're going to press effectively. So the 11 takes on the back here. The 7 picks up the back here, right? The idea here is we want to be shielding them away from the ball. So the 9 is going to stop the flow here. Okay, the 10 is going to press hard, follow that ball out. 3 is going to press hard. Okay, 6 is going to get in front here, right? 5 is going to step up potentially so that the line can't get through to the 9 here, and maybe the 4 is going to drop off in case there's a run. Okay, so we're immediately going to get ball side and press hard. What we want to do is we want to force these players to make a play to somewhere. Now it's likely that they'll pass down into this space. So again, the 5 has to, which is fine actually, because then the 5 can get right to it. So what we want to do is force them to do something that's going to allow us to recover the ball. Okay, if that's what happens, then great. Then we go back to our attacking shape again. Okay, so after about 3 or 4 seconds, if they've gotten the ball out or they've gotten into a position where they can now pick their head up, we should be starting our run back. So the 2 is dropping back and the 4 is dropping back. Okay, if we're setting a high line, everybody's sort of going to hold here as long as we possibly can. That works only really if we know that we're faster than the 9. So it's going to be, if we don't win the ball back in the first 3 or 4 seconds, we're likely going to drop back to a midfield. So the 6 has got to drop back right away. The 3's got to, abandon a bit here, and the 10's got to pick up that player. All right, and let's not forget, the 7 may be farther down the line already, so the 5 might have to pick him up. He might have to do a switch here. But anyway, what we're trying to do is recover. So we delay, right? So here it's a pressure to delay to allow us time to get back. All right, 3 might stay up here actually providing some support and pressure, so we double team the ball. But meanwhile, these guys are dropping off. Okay, this is dropping off. And we're trying to basically get ourselves set up so that the 9 can't make a run. The 6 moves into a space here to break down that line. And again, everyone else is recovering here. Okay, the 9's job is to basically keep the ball from getting back to the 4 or the 5. And if they get the ball, then we are, their job is to harass them. Of course, recognize they're going to push up as well. They're going to push up here if they're smart. Okay, 3's going to push up. 7's got to get back on sides, maybe drop in and cover this person here. Okay, so we immediately start to drop back into our structure where we have the 5 and the 4 and the 5 being supported here by the 6, and then the 2 back in their position. Okay, being ready to support. Now we don't want to completely go down. We want to make sure that we're covering as much as possible here. Chances are the 11 is going to be pushing up though. Okay, so we start to flatten back out here too. The 7's going to be out. Okay, the 6 is going to be pushing over here to lend support. The 8 is going to drop back into this space. So as we go, you'll see in the next video that we recover to the midfield in a defensive structure. This is kind of what's happening in the attacking half. So we want to, and this also assumes sort of a midfield press. So high press, everybody's on this side. Midfield press, we set the line kind of here around the midfield and keep ourselves with enough space so that they can't get behind us. The keeper is going to be probably out about here. Once the attack starts back, they got to get close enough to the box that they can get back in. But we're looking to get them quickly to the ball here, or potentially be ready if we recover the ball. Let's say we recover the ball somewhere here. We can pass it back to the 5, who can then potentially drop it all the way back, and we can rebuild to reset and pass out here in the midfield. Okay, so that's defensive shape with high pressure in the attacking half. So keep that in mind. Remember, your recovery path should always be in towards the center. At this stage 2, we want to defensively be pushing people in. So we want to take the outside line and work together to get the ball pushed, say from here, back into where we have more players. We have players here, we have players here, we have players here. So we have a lot of places for them to get jammed up in the inside. There's not that much here. They're going to be trying to play it down the lines where we have a lot less people. And then, they're going to be making runs down there. So we definitely want to be conscious of that. Try to put pressure on them into places and spaces where we have more people, more concentration, and try to shut down the areas where we have less concentration. Okay, so in this way, shutting down the outside lanes is the best. On their half, we want to kind of push them back to the center where we all have more people. All right. That's it for this video. Please check out the other ones for more information on defending shape in other sections of the field. Thank you.